as a great man once said, "Holy Christ!" And that is what Michael Elliott, the great man in question, NAWA commentator, he's been there since the beginning. Been there since the beginning of this longest running episodic programme in the Carolinas. Is that right? I think it is. And he is deciding to call a move the Holy Christ this evening, I think he said, because it's an extraordinary move. It's an extraordinary experience, that's for certain, this episode of NAWA. And the match he is referring to would be Dre The GOAT versus Vinny Valentino. And it's really rather good. But first, well, we've got Guy tonight with TJ Error. He's huge, TJ. And he'll be facing another rather huge man, Aaron Berry, who we saw last week. Now, Vinny Valentine is in. He wants to prove that the town that he's currently working in are all losers. I don't think you're really going to get people's support with that. Yeah, I think Dre The GOAT might be the local favourite here, or the people's favourite. Anyway, TJ Error versus Aaron Berry. And you see, you can use the phrase, and Michael Elliott does. I hope the ring's been reinforced. In this situation, I think that's probably right. Two big fellas. But you know, they fly through the air with the greatest of ease. They really do. Actually, that's the wrong musical background, isn't it? They fly through the air with the greatest of ease. They do. Now, early on, we've got TJ Error tripping. Not tripping. No, it's not tripping. You've been tripping. Not that. Tripping up Aaron Berry and hitting him with a drop kick. The big man gets up. I mean, he really does. And quite a lot, you know. You've got a splash from TJ Error. He gets a 1 count from that. Aaron Berry is at it. He wants this. Nasty. Berry chop block. They trade shots. There's got Berry gets his shoulders into the gut, runs into a boot. I'm looking at my notes, as you can see. Gets some splashes in the corner. There's a belly-to-belly suplex for a 2 count. Then there's a very big spinning kick and a spine buster. Right, TJ Error is bigger than Berry. Bigger. I mean, probably a third bigger. And he gets him up for a spine buster. That is some serious shenanigan. It really is. Love it. It's only a 2 count, though. It is. And then, dring, the chop shop opens. What I'd like for me tea is, ow! Yeah, there you go. Nasty German suplex from TJ Error as he used the momentum as Berry comes off the ropes. Berry gets a spear for a 2 count. And then there's a sort of odd TJ Error DDT to the second rope. He comes off the second rope with a splash. He's a huge bloke for the pin. I mean, how he hasn't caused some major damage, I do not know. You wouldn't get up from that. It was rather good. Now, Dre's ready. Guy tonight is ready. Tonight. And it's rather good, you know. Now, Vinny Valentine is called the villain. And Dre The GOAT wants to do a bit of dancing. You know, he feels like dancing. But Vinny don't feel like dancing. Not at all. And he's taking the mickey out of him, Dre The GOAT, which is quite nice. The trips and stomps on both hands early on from Dre. He dances around with a wrist lock to the ropes, walks the ropes, and then sticks a Hurricane Rana. That's incredible. And then we get that move. It's the Holy Christ! Dre The GOAT, corkscrew forearm. I mean, it's beautifully done, folks. Beautifully done. And that's what we're calling it from now on. The Holy Christ! Corkscrew forearm. You see, that's what you've got to call it. You've got to do it in that way as well. Just make sure that you've lubricated your throat before you do it. There is a Valentine reverse DDT and some nasty shots. Nasty Valentine backbreaker into an exploder suplex. Into the exploder, yeah, for the 2 count. That's beautiful. Backbreaker to exploder, 2 count. Only a 2 count. Dre the GOAT, sweet jumping knee. Goes up top. Vinny rolls out. Yeah. Then you've got Dre the GOAT flipping on the middle rope to smack him one. And Vinny is in at 9 to a few boos. And they wanted to be counted out. Vinny then catches Dre the GOAT off the top and uses the momentum. So yeah, catches him coming off the top. Uses that momentum for a lovely spine buster. He suddenly gets a pin with his feet on the ropes. Proudly shows us that he's got an object that he might have used, which I didn't see. Anyway, and suddenly, there's the principal from the North Central High School where this is taking place, saying, no, I don't want that. Start the match again. Now, I just have to say, the referee will make that decision, or the management committee, Mr. Principal. Just because you work here, and just because you're top dog, doesn't mean we'll start the match. Oh, the match is starting again. Oh. And suddenly, of course, there is a Dre the GOAT roll-up, and as Curtis Robertson, who's with Michael Elliott, says, this is controversial. He's quite right. That's understating the matter. It was a bit odd, that ending, but you know what? You cannot deny the brilliance of those matches. The big man match to begin with. You couldn't have got bigger men in there, I don't think. It's fantastic. And the moves they can undertake, incredible. And then we've got Dre with Vinny. That's a great, fast, high spot laden, but not just high spots. Really beautifully wrought wrestling entertainment, psychological match. The ending was a bit of a hokey ending for me, but I don't mind that. You know why? I'm fully in with NAWA now, aren't I? Holy Christ, it's good. And I'm saying that every week, aren't I? Feels good to say it. Ta-ta.